Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. In this video, I thought I would talk to you guys about how my pregnancy has been going so far and how baby Osaya is coming along. I have tried filming this video before, but it was just really long. So depending on how long this video is, I do plan on breaking down this video into two parts. And because I did mention in my last baby bump update that I was going to do weekly baby bump dates, and obviously I didn't come through with that, so I decided that I would just give you guys little short stories and a little rundown of what's been going on during my pregnancy, the interesting stuff, the funny stuff. So we're going to be talking about that, and then I'm going to be talking about baby Osaya, and then everything that's changed with me and my body. So getting right into it, the first thing that I have to say is that I am currently 35 weeks pregnant, and he'll be coming anytime soon. Everyone always asks me if I am scared, if I'm nervous, if I'm just mortified, and I'm not. I'm actually really calm, really excited to, have my baby here with me. First story that I want to tell you guys is when it took place when I was 18 weeks pregnant to 19 weeks pregnant. When I was 18 weeks pregnant, I had gone to a appointment that I had. My dad, my boyfriend's mother, and my boyfriend attended this appointment just because this appointment was where the doctor was going to give us his prediction on what the gender was. The doctor gave us a guesstimate that he was 85% sure that I was having a girl. So when he said that it was 85% chance that it was a girl, that's a really high percentage for anything. So we're like, oh my God, we're having a girl, we were excited. But in the back of my mind, and just me in general, I just felt like it wasn't right. I felt like my baby was not a girl. When you just know that something's not right? And I wasn't the only one that was feeling that way. My boyfriend also felt the same way. It's not that we weren't happy that we were having a girl. No, not at all. We just felt like it wasn't the right answer. You're just telling us we're having a girl just to tell us. You're not really giving us the right answer. So the following week when I turned 19 weeks, I had an anatomy scan, and I do have a vlog on this day. So if you want to go ahead and see more stuff in depth and see baby Osaya, definitely go ahead and click that link down below that I'll go ahead and put in the description bar. The technician that attended me that day asked me if I wanted to know the gender of my baby or if I already knew it. And I told her that the doctor had given me an 85% chance or 85% guess that he thought it was a girl. So she let me know that at the end of the whole scan and everything, she was going to go ahead and confirm the gender if I really wanted to know. I also forgot to mention that I went to this appointment by myself. My boyfriend couldn't make it, and I just wanted to go to this appointment by myself. If he couldn't make it, I didn't want anyone else to come with me. I'm just weird. It was time for her to confirm the gender of the baby, and she hits me with the line that it's a boy and it's not a girl. And I really wish I could have seen my face at that moment, because I'm pretty sure I was just so confused and at the same time happy that I knew that I was right. But at the same time, I was sad because I had already had a full week imagining myself with a little girl and stuff, and it was bittersweet, sort of. Like I said, this vlog will have everything that I'm talking about right now. I was really happy that my boyfriend did not come with me, because exactly a week later was his birthday, and I wanted to go ahead and surprise him with the gender, since the last time he did hear the gender was that it was a girl, and he really wanted a boy, or that he really felt like it was a boy instead of a girl. So he had hope that it was still a boy, and it was true. We were having a boy. When so weird. I was 20 weeks pregnant, I remember one night I went to sleep, and I consciously knew that I was 20 weeks pregnant because I was really excited that I was at that halfway point. And in this dream, I had a dream, and in this dream, I had a lot of cramps, and I was really scared because I didn't think that was normal for me to have at 20 weeks. So I had asked my mom, who was in my dream, if she can please take me to the hospital, because I was afraid that this wasn't normal, that something was wrong with my baby, and I just wanted to go ahead and see if everything was fine. She drove me to the hospital. I signed myself in, all the information and everything, and they checked me and everything, and the nurse came back out, and she let me know that I was 37 weeks pregnant, And not only was I 37 weeks pregnant, but I was also 8 centimeters dilated and I was in active labor. In this dream, I knew I was 20 weeks pregnant. So I kept fighting with the nurse, telling her, like, no, there's no way that I'm 37 weeks pregnant because I am 20 weeks pregnant today. Like, I am 20 weeks pregnant on the dot. And she's like, no, you're 37 weeks pregnant. And she's like, and your baby is coming. So, you know, we should get you into a room. And I was just so like, oh my God, like I'm gonna have a baby. This dream skipped the birthing part of like me pushing and everything, and it just skipped over to the part where the doctors hand me my baby. And you know how they wrap the baby around in that newborn blanket? While they were handing him to me, the blanket was covering his face, so I couldn't see what he looked like, and that was the part that I was the most excited about. I wanted to see what I thought my baby looked like. So as soon as I was going to like remove the blanket to see his face, I woke up. And I'm really upset because that dream will forever stay with me, and I just wanted to see what I thought my baby looked like. To see, like, when the day actually comes, to see if there was anywhere close to seeing a resemblance, you know? So that happened when I was 20 weeks pregnant. I had that crazy dream, and that'll always stick with me. Skipping on to week 22, week 23, that is when I actually started showing. So I didn't start showing until I was 6 months, which I know is very common for first-time moms. They usually show later in their pregnancy, and when you have a second baby, you usually tend to show a little bit quicker. And I remember for the longest, I would always complain to my boyfriend, telling him, like, I don't look pregnant. Like, I want to look pregnant. Like, you know, I want to have that baby bump that everyone shows off when they're pregnant. So as soon as my bump started showing, I started like taking pictures of my bump because I didn't look like I was, you know, a muffin top or something like that. I actually looked pregnant, and all of the pictures that I would take, I would go ahead and post on Instagram. So if you guys are interested in, like, you know, like pregnancy journeys and stuff like that, definitely check out my Instagram. I do try to take weekly bump dates on Instagram. Not a lot happened to me during the 20th week of my pregnancy. It was actually really easygoing. All that was happening was my belly was just growing, Osaya was growing, and I was happy with that. When I hit 27 weeks pregnant, I actually had my glucose test done, which is an hour glucose test, and it's with the 75% sugary drink, which for me was no problem. Has no problem because it was an orange flavored drink, and I love orange, so I drank that like nothing. Like, you know, it was still a little bit but I still managed to drink it. It was drinkable. I believe they drew blood out twice or once, I'm not sure, but then 2 days later, I did receive a call back from them saying that my test came back abnormal. I was 4 points higher than what they actually wanted me to be. So they asked me if I can come in the next day, and I said of course, because that's something that's really important, and that's something that to me was one of the things that I didn't want to happen. So of course I went in the next day at 6:30 in the morning, and I had to take the 3-hour glucose test, which was, let me tell you guys, which was horrible. For this test, I actually had to take the 100% sugary drink, which was in the flavor of fruit punch, and I am not a big fan of fruit punch flavors. So I had to chug that container of juice down in less than 10 minutes because they wouldn't let me leave unless I finished the drink. So once I finished the drink, at the exact moment that I finished that last drop, they started timing me to come back every hour, and they drew blood out 4 times. They drew out blood once before I took the drink to see if anything was like different before I took the drink, and then every hour they would take out blood from the same arm, which was a pain in the ass because my right arm bruised up horribly. Like, it was just horrible. And I only used my right hand to, you know, to take blood out because my left arm is really weak. And as soon as like a needle touches it, I know my arm is going to be useless for a couple of days. So I always give my stronger arm and deal with it because this arm can take like a lot. So I did bruise a lot, but it wasn't an inconvenience. I just saw the bruise. It didn't hurt or anything like that. After that, I kept calling back a few days later to see if my results came back in because I really wanted to know if everything was fine. And about a week later, they finally returned my call back and they let me know that everything was normal. Only one test came back abnormal, but it was by like 1.5 points or 2 points. So they just told me to keep a clean diet throughout the entire pregnancy. So that's what I've been trying to do, drinking lots of water and, you know, fruits. I really love fruits. So just keeping a clean diet till Osaya gets here. At 32 weeks, the doctor did let me know that Osaya was already head down, which she was pretty impressed because she says not a lot of babies are already head down by that time, which I thought was kind of weird because I thought a lot of babies would be head down by that time. At my last appointment, which was when I was 34 weeks pregnant, which was last week, my doctor just talked to me about like birth control and like all the options that I have because I do plan on breastfeeding Osaya. So I have like just limited options. I do have the option to do the depot shot, the little patch in your arm that is good for 3 years, or the pill, I believe. I'm not sure, but I do plan on getting the little one with the arm. So I think I'll stop this video, the first part of this video here, and I'll continue talking to you guys about Osaya and everything, all the changes that have happened with me in the next part. So stay tuned for that one.